Welcome back, dear viewers. And to shed more light on the current demonstrations Egypt is witnessing in support of the Palestinian people and supporting President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi for his peace summit in Cairo and for his stance towards the Gaza situation and escalation of violence over there. We're delighted to be joined over the phone by Mr. Latif Wahba, journalist. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Wahba, demonstrations in support of the Palestinian people and supporting President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi's stance towards the current escalation taking place in Gaza and preserving the rights of the Palestinian people, on top of which is establishing a Palestinian state according to the 1967 borderline. Your take on that, sir?
As you know that Egypt as a country supported the Palestinian issues and the Palestinian people since years. And at the same time, as you know, that during the current time and the escalations of the confrontations between Palestinian and between Palestinian and Israel, Egypt put the main element for the solutions of the current issues. As you know, from the beginning, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi declared exactly that the Israeli aggressions against the Palestinians during the last years, this is the main element that boosts the Palestinian to enter into confrontations with Israel. They are asking for their rights. They are asking for their independent states. And at the same time, they adopted, as President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi declared, the Arab Initiative for peace process and for the two states in one for the Palestinian and the other for the Israelis. And at the same time, as you know that the demonstration just now in a street, this is the second or the second phase of the Egyptian support of for the Palestinians.
Yes.
Politically, we supported them, and properly and on the level of the populations and the people and so on, they demonstrated not only to give a proxy for President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, but also for supporting all the procedures he intended to implement on the ground, and also for his previous decrees and principle he declared.
How do you see President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi's statement where he stressed that the Palestinian cause is the mother of all causes and has a significant impact on the security and stability of the region?
Of course. He warned many times from the Israeli aggression against the Palestinians, from the Israeli siege for the Palestinian provinces, and also at the same time he called the international community to intervene in the current situations to let for the humanitarian aid to be released for the Palestinian people.
Yes.
Especially as you know that Egypt from the beginning of the confrontations declared it clearly and frankly that the Egyptian borders and Rafah crossing border can't be opened for anyone unless they let for the humanitarian aid to be released for the Palestinian
Yes.
on the ground.
Yes, sir, we've seen today United Nations Secretary General at the Rafah crossing to release the humanitarian aid to Gaza and to support the Palestinians and make sure that humanitarian aid will reach the people of Gaza as they're suffering from cut of electricity, water, and even food. Now, how can we exert effort on and pressure on the international community and the United States to de-escalate the current situation in Gaza and relieve the Gazan people of the current humanitarian situation that is worsening day after day?
As you said, the Palestinians suffered not only from the Israeli attacks, but they suffered from the shortage and the cut of electricity, of fuels, of commodities, water, drinking water. This is, of course, means that many can be died on all the health utilities in hospital and so on. So President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and Secretary General Guterres, they agreed on immediate ceasefire and also on immediate release of the humanitarian aid to the Palestinians, and all the world at the same time, as you know, supported Egypt and the Arab states also when President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi declared that there is a bargaining to let for the humanitarian aid to be released for the Palestinians in exchange of letting foreigners and the other nationalities to cross the border.
Yes.
This is just now the main issues. I think Guterres saw on the ground what the Palestinians are suffering just now. And you notice in his word that there is a differences between this area, I mean, when he was standing on the Egyptian ground, and the other areas of the Palestinians behind the wall.
Yes.
He called for for a quick release and the steps to release all the humanitarian aid for the Palestinians.
Yes, sir, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi also met today with visiting British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, where he said that the current conditions require collective efforts to contain the latest uncontrollable developments in the region, pointing out that the repercussions of such developments surpasses the right to self-defense. How do you see the significance of this meeting between President Sisi and visiting British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak?
I think all the meetings, not only with the prime ministers, all the meetings President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi held during the last days. These meetings are for the sake of the Palestinian actors, and all the European officials and also from other countries that met with President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi are fully convinced with President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi declared. Let us say all the Egyptians, politicians and all the Egyptian people noticed from the beginning of the confrontations that the tune and the language, and the language of the Western officials are completely exchanged just now. Why? Because you declared all the facts, and you declared that if we didn't meet the needs of the Gazan people, of the Palestinian people, this means that the escalation can't be controlled, and other parties can be participate. And this is what the Western states, United States, EU are afraid of.
Yes, President Sisi also in his meeting with Rishi Sunak urged concerted efforts for halting the Israeli escalation in Gaza, citing the death of some 4,000 Palestinians in the Palestinian crisis. How do you see the significance and the wording of the President with the British Prime Minister?
As you said, that President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi reiterated many times that the Palestinian issues must be solved, and all the superpowers or the brokers, these brokers, and the European states must take steps to begin a serious solution for these issues. As you know that during the decades, the Palestinian issues couldn't achieve any success concerning even after Oslo and the direct negotiations between the Palestinian and the Israelis in 90s of last centuries. This means that we have to take concrete steps as President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi on the ground to establish a state for the Palestinians.
Right, sir. President Sisi also hailed U.S. President Joe Biden's efforts in coordination with Britain and Israel to open the Rafah border crossing and allow aid passage into the Gaza Strip. Sir, how do you see the significance of the arrival of the humanitarian aid to the people in Gaza?
Yeah, of course. This is a kind of help to face, a kind of help to live, and also a kind of help to revive works in the public utilities and infrastructures, especially natural gas, fuels, products, and also the...
Right. Well, I would like to thank you very much, Mr. Abdel Latif Wahba, journalist. Many thanks for your insights, sir.